Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Wow, we have some big news for some of the bank coins. Finally, we got some big news happening in the bank coin sphere. You know, it's always a matter of time, So we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's start off with some XRP news and we'll build up to that. All right. How you doing out there? You doing okay? So this article here is titled, I love this. It's music to my ears. Analytic platform. You know it's sentiment, right? You know they're reputable. Indicates XRP tranquil phase signals imminent upswing. Wait a minute. Wait. So now we have sentiment saying XRP is bullish. And we had a Bitcoiner, Bitcoin Maxi the other day, saying they're bullish on XRP, which, by the way, let me clarify something now, because I know I like to be thorough. I know I addressed this yesterday. Someone had a question about the article where sentiment, once again, was saying that bulls were whales, not bulls, whales were purchasing massive amounts of XRP. And then the person was asking about, why the price wasn't going up. And I said, just based on my own thoughts and observations, that there was just too much selling, offsetting anything that could, result in that price going up significantly because of the whales buys. There's just too much retail selling. And it's creepy, folks, how I say certain things. And then I tell you, an article will come out and it verifies that type of thing. And this article was dropped here from U.Today. We'll get back to the other article in one moment, okay? But I like to be thorough when anybody in the comment section, members, subscribers, ask me a question. Look at this. I told you, XRP jumps 4,586% in liquidations in sudden rally against bulls. I told you. So there's been a negative sentiment across a lot of crypto. So that selling is going to outweigh the buying. That's why that price didn't go up. Just my humble opinion. But there's the article for you, right? That shows astronomical jump. That's just how it goes, right? All right. So let's go back here, right? So it says here, amid the crypto market's general calm, a reputable, I don't think they've been calm for, they must not be getting all the information from social media. It has not been calm. It's been a war out there. But this is what they say. Amid the crypto market's general calm, a reputable, hey, you using my words. Wait a minute here. I know. Alpha name, you don't have claim over a word. I know. Let me have some fun. A reputable market intelligence platform contends that this tranquil phase signals an imminent upswing for digital assets such as XRP. Listen, I just want to know how many of you out there, what do you believe is going to come first? Because something is building, not just for XRP, but for a lot of different cryptos. And we're going to win. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just my opinion. I think a lot of us are going to win. We're well diversified. So we have a lot of good positions that whether it's a Bitcoin bull run sets everything off or an altcoin season, we win. That's how I look at it. Just my humble opinion. What do you think's coming first? You think a Bitcoin bull run is coming first, or you think altcoin season is coming first? Now, what's interesting is we'll get to something later where we've had a lot of articles lately where they're calling for an altcoin season. I don't care which one goes first. Bitcoin pops it off. Altcoin season doesn't even. I'm ready. Just let it go. Let's go. Let's get that rocket fired up. That's how I feel. You feel that way? Because I'm ready, right? All right. Anyway, it says that this tranquil phase signals an imminent upswing for digital assets such as XRP. All right. They go into the heightened pessimism, to say the least. I like that word. They're trying to use fancy words so they don't offend the people. I said it was chaos. So if you're going to say, have a whole section about the heightened pessimism towards large cap coins, why did you say at the top, everything is calm? This happens when the article writers, they're trying not to piss off. They're trying not to piss off the readers. I'm sorry. It's hilarious to me because I understand as a content creator, I just shoot it down the middle. I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'm not going to tiptoe too much. That made me laugh. It's like, it's literally, let's see, one. It's separated by two sentences. Up here they say is there's a general calm, and then here they say they can't get around it. heightened pessimism. Bro, there's war. How do you say it's calm? There's been war on every article, comment section I've been in, every video comment section. But that's what crypto does, man. Listen, crypto has a lot of warriors. They get pent up frustration, man. They go to war. That's just part of the game, man. I love crypto. I love you, all of you out there, man. I appreciate every second I spend with you. Real talk, man. So anyway, all right. So there's some bullishness for XRP. Let's move on. Let's spend too much time there. So then we get to articles like this where they're constantly talking about, and I love it when these big websites cover stuff like this. This is when it's getting real, it's getting serious. Trillions of dollars potentially can flow. That's what they should say. It says potentially flow. Potentially, I'm going to insert can flow into the XRP market with real world asset tokenization. They go into a little bit of David Schwartz continuously talking about this. This is what I'm talking about. That company Ripple, they really want to get to the big money. So they're trying to weave their way into as many big money markets as possible. So that way, when everything's ready to pop off, they're guaranteed to bring that money to the XRPL and XRP. I was covering the article yesterday. If you didn't see that video, that was a good video yesterday, where you have Ripple with these connections to Saudi Arabia, to the MENA region. We all know that. And they're sitting on 40. If they join BRICS, number one, that's a siloed system. They're going to need extra help there. By the way, we're going to get to that article. We got some insane news for the bank coins today that's related to this. But $45 trillion in siloed systems that need to be connected. Oh, man. So, I understand this rush towards everything, and we'll see how things go with them bringing in the banks this year and rolling out this Ripple payments thing. That's really just a door. It's just a opener for the door. That's just where they're going to start, where they're going to begin. It's not where they're going to end. But this is going to be massive. This whole real world asset tokenization, especially if you watch some of those other videos I released recently, where I'm talking about the great wealth transfer, is already beginning, right? That wealth is going to be handed down in a myriad of ways. So if you look at, like, for instance, what BlackRock is doing, where they're trying to take over fractionalization of everything, they're very smart. Some people people may say, oh, they're evil, but they're not dumb. It's because in order to extract that value, make it easier to get out of the hands of those wealthy individuals who will be passing that wealth down, you have to be able to extract that value easily, and that can only happen through tokenization. So all the companies are in this race to dominate the real world asset tokenization movement. This is going to be huge if they can pull it off. There's a lot of top crypto chains, I think, that they're going to take a chunk of those trillions here. And they're estimating 1.4 trillion. No, not trillion. My apologies. I misspeak from time to time. Is estimated at $1.4 quadrillion across various asset classes. But we've covered that before. That number is nothing new, but it's just jarring every time you hear it, knowing it's something to come, and knowing that a lot of people are in deep with some of these top cryptos that could take a lot of that. Algorand will take a little piece of that. Solana will take a little piece of that. Hedera will take a little piece of that. If the XRPL continues to go in this direction, they definitely can do that. They have the reputation. They have the respect to do it. They have the capital to build the infrastructures to do it. Stellar will definitely take some of that as well. But, this is all speculation on my part, but it's based on what I've seen over the last few years. So, we'll see how that works out. Let's go on. Let's move on here. Now we're going to get to some big news. And I'm telling you, folks, it's been very, very eerie how I've been saying some things certain days. And then like the next day, maybe 2 days after, there's an article about what we just talked about. Are you perceiving this? This creeps me out sometimes. But hey, everything happens for a reason. Check this out. In yesterday's video, I think it was, I was just talking about Hedera and their connections with the MENA region, wasn't I? Look at this article right here. Look at what they did. If this doesn't make you smash that like button, if this doesn't make you click that subscribe button, I don't know what will. Look at this. This article is titled Hedera, Saudi Ministry The Saudi ministry, they ink a $250 million deal to drive Web3 development. This is why it's good to be a researcher, folks. It's paying off. I'm telling you. We knew like a year and a half ago, we were covering articles where and I've been telling people ever since, Hedera is deep in the MENA region. So is Quant. They just been keeping it quiet. Now, since that time in those articles we covered, they haven't said a peep. Now, all of a sudden, they just dropped this on everybody. Now, here's the funny part. You have this massive deal go down. Now, does this get buried? Let's watch and see if it gets buried. See, they don't really want this kind of information getting out because then it kicks in FOMO. Like, oh, they're doing big things over Hedera. It's a low price, sort of small cap crypto, right? It was like still 7 or 6 cents. I don't know. I have a ton of it. It's just on Cold Wallet, just sitting there. I'm just waiting. I know. I always knew. That's how I feel. It's not financial advice. Doesn't mean you have to get any Hedera. It doesn't matter to me. All right. That's just my humble opinion. I give my thoughts. So now let's scroll down and find out what this Web3 development deal is all about, because this is big money, folks. Make no mistake about it. Hedera, a leading proof of stake blockchain platform, has entered into a 5-year, they're cooking, 5-year partnership with the Saudi Ministry of Investment. This is all governing council activity. That governing council snaps its fingers, it gets what it wants. Are people forgetting Google's on the governing council, IBM? There's so many powerful ones on there. There's some supervisory entities on there. They get what they want. It says here, Saudi Ministry Investment, MISA, to help companies develop Web3 technologies in the region. The collaboration valued at $250 million, believe it will expand from there. This is just where they begin. This is not where they end. There's going to be massive money coming. All right, so was announced during the Saudi-Swiss roundtable meeting, marking a milestone in KSA's efforts to enhance its investment landscape. This initiative will introduce advanced solutions across various sectors, including AI, which, hey, listen, members only section. Make sure if you're there, you've been checking those videos because we've been covering some powerful information. No exaggeration. And I've been showing some things over there if you check those videos out. It says AI, blockchain, and other deep technologies. The Hashgraph Association also launched the Deep Tech Venture Studio, dedicated to empowering technological advancements for Saudi companies, aligning with the kingdom's vision to become a global hub for innovation. It's going to be interesting if they get involved with BRICS deeply, isn't it? Won't it? I'm telling, big things are happening right now. People just don't see it. We do. We have the eye. Following the announcement, Hedera's native token, HBAR, witnessed a 5% surge in price, reflecting the market's positive reception to this significant collaboration. Also, some of the news did get around. See, I love that. The people are staying on top of the information. Good job to the people. 5% surge. Good. Because they know. They're like, oh, they weren't bullish before. Now that there's a bullish catalyst and they're getting in position. HBAR's trading volume has soared by nearly 400% in 24 hours, which man, listen, we got in so early and so deep. I'm just speaking for myself, but I like to say we, right? But we're in real good position. That's how I feel. According to CoinMarketCap, since last year, Saudi Arabia has invested in Web3 and blockchain projects to support the region's global vision. Hey, now the only question I have is, now we see activity heating up in that region with Hedera. But once again, Ripple is there. Ripple is tied to a few banks over there. I'm waiting because that region is heating up. Quant is involved. Do they stick their head up? I mean, they have a lot going on at Quant. I'm super bullish on Quant. Just my humble opinion. I love Quant. I'm waiting to see if this year really is going to bring out all the little secrets. There's been a lot unveiled. The veil is definitely getting removed, period. So things are getting interesting, but wait. If I'm correct, I have another article that's very bullish on not a bank coin, but one of our early utility coins. This article here is titled Polygon Matic on-chain metrics hints at mega rally ahead. This was one of our early winners. We had a lot of early winners. You want to be real, but this was one of the big ones. We got in early with Polygon, which is, I always say this because everybody always tell me every single coin we covered early on, we covered Algorand. People said it was trash. Then it wound up popping off and making a lot of capital for people. It exploded. Polygon, same thing. People said it was trash. It wound up exploding. Cardano, it's the same story every single time. That's why you got to do your own research and don't listen to people. But Polygon was one of them that did insanely good, gave us insane profits, and I believe it will do that again. They have everything set in place. They have respect in the industry, the legacy system. They have a lot of good projects. So it says this here. Polygon Matic, one of the leading layer 2 scaling solutions for Ethereum, has emerged as a resilient force with its on-chain metrics hinting at a potential mega rally. Wow, that's powerful. Not a rally, a mega rally. But then again, this is their opinion, right? I understand that, but still, that's pretty strong language. Mega rally ahead. Despite price fluctuations in the fourth quarter of 2023, Polygon managed to attract 15.2 million. Price fluctuations mean nothing right now when we were just coming out of a bear market, right? So I don't care about that at all. And we're not in a bull run, not yet, not a real bull run. We're just consolidating right now, which is not a bad thing. It's actually quite a positive thing in my humble opinion, as everything kind of coils up. Everybody uses that verbiage. So why not? It says Polygon managed to attract 15.2 million new users in January, setting the stage for what could be a promising journey in 2024. As of the latest data from CoinMarketCap, Polygon is trading at 79 cents, a 1.49% increase in the past 24 hours. The 24-hour trading volume stands at 215.6 million with a market cap of 7.6 billion and market dominance of 0.38%. Yeah, I remain bullish on Polygon. We'll see how it goes in the future. And let's move on here because we have more news to get to, but I thought that was pretty powerful as well. So now let's move on here, which this article here, I don't know why it does that sometimes where it scrolls my page down. This article is titled Bitcoin analyst projects altcoins. Another Bitcoin person calling for altcoin season. That's when you know altcoin season is close. And if an altcoin season happens, folks, I'm telling you now, a lot of us are in position to feast. We can't wait. We're ready. We're beyond ready. It will be a beautiful time. And we are so close, in my humble opinion. I don't have a crystal ball, folks. All right. It says here, altcoins to drive $600 billion influx, propelling the market to $2.2 trillion. That happens. A lot of you are done here. A lot of us are done here. We're finished. Get that private island ready. Get the private jet ready. Pop a little champagne. You know, who's the guy that said champagne? He doesn't say champagne. Champagne. I love it when people are different. I don't care. I like different people. I like them. I want people to talk different, be different. I want creative things happening. That's just how I am. So I like that. Anyway, altcoin to lead $2.2 trillion gain. This is coming from a Bitcoin analyst. So you know it's serious. They love, most of the time, Bitcoin people, they just love Bitcoin. I get it. Furthermore, the Bitcoin analyst suggested that Bitcoin would not be the asset championing the anticipated influx of capital. He specifically stated that the alternative cryptocurrencies, altcoins, would pave the way towards reaching the $2.2 trillion valuation. Moreover, Michael Vanderpop is not the only notable crypto analyst projecting an altcoin market route. I said it, didn't we? Cover so many articles talking about altcoins. Right. And then I've been saying for a couple of weeks now, I see a lot of comments, folks. They give you, like on YouTube, at least on my app, I know some people don't update their apps. Some people do. I always update my apps, but they give me all the comments from every single video all at once. Right. So even old videos. So I get to see a lot of what people are saying, and people will tell you whether you believe them or not is up to you, what they're collecting. And there's been massive accumulation of these altcoins, massive. And I was like, they're saying to myself, like, if I haven't heard anybody saying that they're just collecting Bitcoin at this point, right? It seems like everybody has the Bitcoin that they want, at least from what I'm seeing. It seems like everybody's comfortable with Bitcoin. And they're just collecting this massive collection of altcoins, even though I also have to report there's a massive FUD on the altcoins too. But it's like, I almost see that as strategic. As they're FUDing people and making them sell their altcoins, there's this massive accumulation happening of altcoins. So in my opinion, how could there not be an altcoin season, or at least a high possibility of it? You get what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, let's continue on here. It says, stock investor, I don't know if this is pronounced Gele or Hele, my apologies, recently drew parallels between the current altcoin consolidation phase and the dynamics experienced before the 2021 peak. Yes, and perfect. That person put it perfectly. Whoever you are, Gel, perfectly put. Yes, it reminds me of that time. And you know what's crazy about that? Like I said, it appeared to me, because when we first came here on the channel, everything was super low and it was just, people were accumulating, and then boom, one day it just seemed like everything just took off just out of nowhere. That's how it seemed. Of course, there's a cause for every effect, but it just seemed like everything just took off out of nowhere, caught people really off guard. And I was very thankful to go against the grain and have a bunch of altcoins, that I personally researched and believed in at that time. I think that there is the possibility of that happening again. There's no guarantees at all, of course, but we're prepared for every possibility. But we like to consider certain things, right? So now let's move on here. So now we covered a lot of bank information. The banks are in big trouble, like shockingly, especially if you've been watching the last few videos and you watch some of the members only videos as of recent. The banks are in such bad shape, folks. Be careful, right? That's just straight from the heart. Be careful. All right. This article, things are getting bad when you have the big bank CEO stepping out and talking about how bad things are. You even had Jamie Dimon come out from JP Morgan. Jamie Dimon come out talking about how bad it is. Now, check this out. This article is titled Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan says, sorry, I almost choked right there. Says we need to get after America's $34 trillion national debt, the national debt I've been talking about for 2 years. I talk about the global debt also, but right now, U.S. need to worry about that national debt. It is a problem. I've been talking about it. All the top economists have been talking about it. Now you have the bank CEOs coming out and talking about it. Things are about to get hot in the United States. I'm telling you. How do you bring that down? Do you raise taxes? I mean, every possible way. If that keeps accelerating and skyrocketing, the only way that they're going to be able to tackle that is going to be very injurious to the people. The people need to start putting eyes to this. It's bad when the Bank of America CEO has to come out and talk about this. But let's keep going. It says, quote, you can either admire the problem or do something about it. And of course, this is his superficial statement. Behind closed doors and in meetings, through emails, through his team, he's contacting the proper powers and letting them know, like, hey, what you're doing is about to be very injurious to us. And it is. So then also, how does that affect interest rates? You will obviously have to, in my humble opinion, unless you could tell me differently, right? And I will hear you out for sure. I'm always willing to learn. But you have to keep interest rates higher for longer, right? Everything is tied together. Everything is tied together, right? Which obviously interest rates higher for longer. That's going to affect things, for example, like commercial real estate, which is the big problem for the regional banks, for really every bank that's heavy in them. And that could cause their collapse. They don't want that. Especially not with this new, the banks are going to go down, in my humble opinion. They're going down, probably hundreds of them at some point. But that's just my humble opinion. But that's based on the data from actual professionals who are putting out the data about the banks that are at risk. Just do a Google search on banks that are at risk for commercial real estate. That's it. And you'll pull up the data for yourself. But I don't think they want that at this time. Not en masse. If they can hold it off, hold it back, because they are so close to implementing new systems, new financial system type technologies that could definitely put a bandage on that wound, right? Now, in my humble opinion, until they deploy the entire new financial system, if they do, and I believe that they will, but that's just my humble opinion. But it's sort of like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. You want to be real. But that's why they have to come out and speak about this now. Okay, so let's move on here to another article. I'm trying to get all these articles in. All right. Look at this. This is how bad it's getting with the traditional banking system. This is what this article says from Reuters. It says, U.S. regional bank turmoil pushes Blue Ridge to quit UN-backed climate group. It's getting hot in the kitchen, folks. Definitely is. Blue Ridge Bank Shares has become the first U.S. lender to quit the United Nations-backed Net Zero Banking Alliance, NZBA, citing a need to focus on financial health. After it got swept up in the U.S. regional banking crisis. More to come. People better watch out. All right, let me leave that one there. I'm going to just close out here. I want to squeeze this gold news in here because I haven't covered it a lot lately. But you know I'm super bullish on gold. You know I love gold. All right, so this article here is titled, Gold Prices Get Central Bank Support. Despite Fed hold, solar demand for silver. Oh, sweet, sweet silver. I told you it's coming. Silver's time is coming. Just my humble opinion, not financial advice. Solar demand. Remember, we talked about this last year. I told you they're going to need it for solar panels. They need silver for semiconductor chips for all of these different electric vehicles. And you have more that are about to be unleashed in the United States, right? They need it for different components within solar panels, solar windmills, as well as electric vehicles. Silver is a very, very, very longed for commodity and used commodity. I probably didn't say that to the best of my ability, but you get what I'm saying. They need it, and thus more demand equals, it says solar demand for silver will surprise again in 2024. The Fed's rate hold was bearish for gold, but central bank interest will continue to support prices in 2024. Means central banks are going to continue to buy gold. That tells you everything you need to know. While silver demand from solar is likely to exceed forecasts once again, according to precious metals analyst Horaeus. All right, we're going to cut this one short a little bit for today. Keep the video a little shorter. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.